Working on a project that was inspired by me, I thought it was going to be easy at first because I thought I was going to be able to pull from my own experiences. But once I got on set and actually started, it was actually harder than I really thought. But it was still fun, and I'm grateful that it was inspired by me because you get to see a part of me that I really don't really express, or that I'm not aware of that I'm expressing. So, yeah.
And it really is a love letter to Andrew as well as my lead casting man. He has been an amazing leading man, not only by his attitude, by how he comes on set prepared and also being open and vulnerable, but with sharing pieces of his life and his, the things that he does in his intimate life with me, as inspiration, as well as just for context as to how we can build this character and how we can use things from his own character, his own values and the ways that he sees the world, and interpret that so that we can really extrapolate the character that is Drew. So been working with Boom, as I call him, has been another dream come true. I don't think any other director, unless they really are high up in the industry, are able to say, like, I handpicked these people, I wrote a role for this person. And to be able to say that I not only wrote the role for my leading man, as well as the fact that I get to direct him, like I said, it continues to be a dream come true. I wouldn't have had it any other way. That's why the project is laid out in this way.
I mean, as usual, Tay is like a dream come true, honestly. Very specific and detail-oriented, but also willing to engage with the vague, which is honestly a difficulty a lot on film sets because, you want to be as specific as possible when you arrive on the film set because, time is money and, there has to be a specific structure to things. And I feel like sometimes people end up getting so down on making sure that everything's planned and perfect, which, things need a plan. But I think Tay had a really good balance of creating a plan and sticking to it, but also being open to new moments, new ideas, which I think is just really fun. And I mean, Tay is just kind of like, when I feel that, I don't want to talk for them, but when I'm working with them, I always feel like it's a party, like we're having fun, but we're doing real shit too,
Being the writer, co-writer, director, co-director, as well as casting director for my own project has been a dream come true. There are not many opportunities for Black queer people to have entire agency over their own ideas. Hence why it was really important for me to have my debut project be something that's purely from mine and Samekh's head, ideas that are important and contextual to the story because they are through the lens and through the eyes of this Black person. So it was really important to me to be fully hands-on with this project, to make sure that the people that are involved with the project know who I am and that this story means a lot to me. It's my love letter to Pittsburgh. It's my love letter to dealing with things, to the coping mechanism that is laughing through our pain, truly.
So, first question, what is it like to conceptualize and then, execute a film concept? I think it's like, it reminds me of what it used to be like when I was a kid, just being very interested and piqued by certain things that people talk about, and then my inner world creating a story or creating a theme or seeing a vision that just really fits the concept that we're talking about or trying to process. And I don't know, it just makes me feel like a kid again. It feels extremely fun, extremely exciting just to have ideas being triggered back and forth, to ask questions about specific details, ideas, concepts that people have and how they could be, represented in art visually. I just think it really helps me to, engage with my inner child, which is, I feel, a very huge part of all art making. If you're not really engaging with, the playfulness in you, or as people like to say, the inner child, then I feel like sometimes your art is just never really gonna come through, and it's never really gonna be, you know, full or fulfilling. And with Tay, it's always fulfilling. It's always fun. It's always, well, what do you want to do? What are you excited about? What do you think would be cool? Or very much so, ideas bouncing off of each other, feeling very excited, being very kickstarted. Like you feel like an engine, you know? It takes just putting the cables to you and just jumping you, and you get all this energy and all these ideas flowing to you.
What does this project mean to me? It means a lot, being that it's my first project. I'm super excited that I'm even getting the chance to do this. So, you know, in the future, whenever I make it further in this acting career or whatever you want to call it, I'll be able to look back on this and see how far I've come, and yeah, just see how better I've gotten over the years. Yeah. What do I want the viewers to understand about the character? That he's still a good person, even though he's extremely dangerous in a lot of ways. Hopefully they can relate in some sort of way, even though he's doing a lot of outrageous things. I don't really want you to understand him, because you're going to drive yourself crazy trying to understand him, this complex person. But yeah, I just really want you to try to relate as much as possible. I don't really want understanding, because once you try to understand something, it gets way more complicated than it needs to be. So we'll just leave him how he is, but try to understand where he's coming from at the same time.
The main thing that I want viewers to take away from A Day in the Life is similar to as the title is speaking about. It's really it's the everyday struggle of being Black, the everyday struggle of having to deal with family, the everyday struggle of having to chase your dreams and not having things happen the way that you want them to. But I also want people to come out of this laughing. I want people to leave this seeing a little bit more humor in the dark things that happen to them and around their lives, because we are not the sum of the things that have happened to us, but we really are the reactions and the things that happen after all of these moments, these major moments that you'll see in Drew's life, these major moments that you'll see in everybody's life that Drew is affecting by his choices. There are these after points, there are the post moments, and in those moments are what make us as people. Those decisions make up why we are the way that we are. And
what I want audiences, you see my little Naruto hat, and what I want audiences to take away from this is that, you know, Black queer creatives on the ground, like, who are working with their iPhones and their Google Drive docs and buying $50 mics off of Amazon, are putting in good work, are coming up with inventive, enthralling, and just honestly enlivening work that really hits you in a place that a lot of other shows just haven't done yet. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy, and I want you guys to, you know, the viewers to feel the joy, feel the fun, feel the excitement that we all felt while filming.
people to leave this project, when they close the laptop, I want them to say, I'm gonna watch that again. I want it to be something that people go back to time and time. I want people to put it on in their backgrounds at parties. I want them to be discussing it and making beat pieces. I want them to feel however they feel. And I want to hear it. Bring it on.